What's up, everybody? We are going over the March 2023 market update. A lot's happened, and so people are interested in what's going on. So we're going to get into it. But before we do, if you guys subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Like the video, share it with your friends. Just trying to be a resource, trying to help people. So I'd really appreciate that. If you guys have questions, let me know. Would love to answer any questions you might have. But let's get into it. So how many homes are on the market? We're going to do a screencast today. So we are at 14,274 homes on the market. Last month, we were at 15,300. So we have dropped 1,000 homes. So what does that mean? It's one of those that, we are still seeing the trend of people aren't listing their homes. And so we're losing homes on the market. Normal market, again, is 25,000. The highest we got to was 21,000 in November. And now we're at 14,200 practically. And so it's one of those that we're seeing that trend continue. The other trend we're starting to see, and we felt it in the past 3 weeks, is the market's starting to change. We're starting to feel it. Sellers aren't wanting to give up as much. We used to be able to get, 3% concessions with, 10,000 off of, the price maybe, some variables of different things. We're not seeing anything close to that now. Now we're able to get some negotiations, but not like we could have 3 months ago or even 2 months ago. So it's one of those sellers are starting to change, and there's a reason for that. So one of the things, I'll show this real quick, is this chart is something done by the Cromford Report. It's a company here in Phoenix. And once you get over 100 right here, it's saying that you're in a seller's market. So typically you want to hang around 99 to 102, somewhere in there. But now we're starting to see some of these markets change where it's starting to get more competitive. And we're starting to see more people come to the market. People that rented for a year are now coming in and say, I'm ready to buy. We're seeing more buyers. We're seeing the home sales increase, but we're not seeing the listings increase at the same rate. So again, like I said last time, if we get down near 10,000, the market's definitely going to change by then. And we're already starting to feel it now. So it's one of those that's something that we're starting to feel. This is my website. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's benchmarkforecast.com. So I update this every Monday. So, when I did this, it was 14,387. So we've already dropped about 100 since then. And happy March Madness, everyone, by the way. I'm repping Kentucky. It started this morning. So, it's one of those that we're getting new listings, but we're not getting enough compared to how many homes are going pending and closing. The other thing that's changing is percent to list price. Now, last week it was 97%, and we had sat at 97% for a couple months. So January, February, 97%. And then the past 3 weeks, it was 98 to 100%. And what that means is that the sellers aren't giving away as much of the purchase price. So if purchase price is $300,000, they're only giving, last week it was 97%. And this number changes weekly, but I saw 100%, I saw 98%, I saw 99%. And that means that sellers aren't giving away as much. So something to pay attention in the market. Average days on market, 86. To me, that's partially deceiving because there's the houses that are sitting are houses that are distressed or houses that need to be updated and they're asking too much for them. The houses, again, I think I may have said this earlier, that are selling quickly are houses that are move-in ready. They're nice, turnkey, whatever you want to call it. And they're selling within a week to 2 weeks. So it's one of those that if you do it right, guys, check out my page. There's a lot of different stuff on here. Let me move myself over here. And then mortgage interest rate. So we're sitting at 6.5% right now. That's down. So I think 2 weeks ago we were almost at 7%. So we are down, and you're going to see interest rates fluctuate still for a while. So it's one of those that's something to be paying attention to. But right now, 6.5%, I think, and that's the thing, I would expect us to sit in the sixes for a little bit. But just real quick, so I know a lot of people are worried because we had a couple banks close recently. And listen, I'm not an expert on, the banking world or anything like that. I don't claim to be. But my best understanding of the banking world with those banks shutting down was because they invested in bonds, and when they bought those 2 years ago, inflation's happened. Now those bonds aren't going to have the same rate of return, and they can't sell them because now the bonds now have higher rate of return, different things like that. So they were losing money. They had bad investments. And so a lot of people right now are saying, it's crashing. Here it comes, 08, 09, and I'm sitting there going, well, no, I get it. Some banks are closing, and we might have more banks close. It might happen because there was a lot of bad investments. But does that mean that the market's going to crash? I don't believe so. Now, I'm not just saying that because I'm a realtor. I'm a realist. All right. I'm looking at facts. So let's actually look at some facts real quick. So one of the things that I showed you, obviously, was we're sitting at 14,200 homes. The biggest thing in real estate is supply and demand. You look at 0809. The question a lot of people ask is how many homes were on the market in 0809? So 08 was like when everything really crashed, right? So normal market in Phoenix, 25, maybe 30,000. I think 25 is probably what a normal market looked like in Phoenix. 0809. Here are the stats from Armless, which is what we use here is one of the companies we use here in Phoenix. And what they show, if I scroll down here, is they had 53,000 homes on the market, March of 08. So March of 08, 53,000 homes on the market. Now, how many did I say we have on the market? 14,200. Normal is 25,000. So here's the biggest thing that people need to realize is we don't have enough homes on the market to crash. That's just a reality. Now, if we were at 40,000 homes, 09, I looked at the stats for 09, we had like 40,000 homes on the market. So it actually come down some. But our normal is 25,000. 08, they had 53,000 homes on the market. So they had really high supply and very low demand because the subprime mortgages, which were the mortgages that had fluctuating interest rates, and they were giving them to people with really bad credit who shouldn't have gotten loans. That's not happening right now. Those rules changed back then because of that. So we don't see that right now. People actually have to get pre-qualified for all of these loans. So we're not seeing foreclosures. 08, 09, there were so many foreclosures, thousands of foreclosures. We're not seeing that. Because the banking world right now is struggling. It's not because of mortgages. So that's something that we need to be paying attention to, where it's, all right, supply and demand. We have low supply right now, and the supply is dropping. Demand is increasing. There's I tried to get it, and I couldn't find it. There was a stat showing of the last 5 recessions, 08, 09 is one of them. 3 of the last 5, home prices increased. And I think this will be 6, and we might see home prices increase. Because if we keep losing supply, home prices are going to start increasing again. Because it's one of those that there's very little supply, so demand's going to rise. And we did this on, I think it was January's video. Go back and look at it. The Census Bureau says 50,000 people a year are moving here for the next 5 years because we're the number 1 state in the nation that people are moving to. Something to be paying attention to. So hopefully this answers some questions for you guys. If you guys have more questions, reach out to me. My contact information is below. I would love to have a conversation with you guys and just talk through, hey, here's what's going on. Here's what we're thinking. I'm not an alarmist. I'm not trying to freak people out. I'm just trying to give you information so that way you can make the best decision possible. Guys, I appreciate you listening to The Real.